Imagine flying 10,000 miles without stopping for gas. Or swimming thousands of miles through treacherous currents, without a map, without GPS, without even a break. Every year, millions of animals do exactly that. From the monarch butterflies fluttering across continents to wildebeests thundering across the Serengeti, the phenomenon of migration is one of nature's most incredible, mysterious, and awe-inspiring behaviors. But why? Why do animals put themselves through such extreme journeys, risking predators, starvation, and exhaustion? What drives this epic seasonal movement? And how do they even know where to go? Today, we're exploring the science and mystery behind migration, what it says about survival, instinct, and our planet's interconnected rhythms. What is migration, really? At its simplest, migration is the large-scale, seasonal movement of animals from one habitat to another. But this isn't just random wandering. Migration is often highly specific, driven by survival. Animals migrate for better food, ideal breeding grounds, or to escape harsh weather. It's a delicate balance of timing, geography, and biology. And it's not just birds. Whales migrate. Fish migrate. Insects migrate. Even some reptiles and amphibians have migration patterns. In fact, more than 5,000 species are known to migrate across land, air, or sea. And they do it with astonishing precision. The invisible GPS. How do animals know where to go? One of the most fascinating aspects of migration is navigation. How do birds that have never made the journey before know where to fly? How do sea turtles return to the exact beach where they were born? The answer: instinct, magnetism, and sometimes even the stars. Some birds use the position of the sun during the day and the stars at night as celestial compasses. Others rely on Earth's magnetic field, sensing it through specialized proteins in their eyes or beaks. Salmon use scent trails in fresh water to guide them back upstream. Monarch butterflies seem to have an internal clock and compass combo that keeps them oriented across thousands of miles. It's like every migrating species is born with an invisible map and a biological urge to follow it. Why do animals migrate? The three main reasons. Food availability. As seasons shift, so does the availability of food. Birds fly south to find insects. Caribou follow the growth of fresh grass. Whales travel toward plankton-rich waters. Migration helps animals avoid seasonal famine by always staying one step ahead of scarcity. Reproduction and breeding. Some animals migrate to give birth or lay eggs in safer, more suitable environments. Sea turtles return to specific beaches. Salmon swim upstream to freshwater where their young are more likely to survive. Many birds head to northern areas where there are fewer predators during nesting season. Climate and temperature. Many species are sensitive to temperature changes. Migration allows them to stay within an optimal climate range. For example, some butterflies and bats move to avoid freezing temperatures. Other species migrate to cooler areas when it becomes too hot, helping them conserve energy and avoid stress. The high cost of the journey. Migration isn't easy. These journeys are dangerous and demanding. Birds can fly for days without rest. Fish swim upstream against the current. Predators often wait along the migration routes, knowing that tired animals make easy prey. In fact, many animals don't survive the journey. It's a brutal but necessary gamble, because the benefits, when it works, outweigh the risks. Incredible migrations that defy belief. Here are a few jaw-dropping examples. The Arctic Tern travels up to 44,000 miles every year, from the Arctic to Antarctica and back, chasing summer across the globe. That's the longest known migration of any animal. Monarch butterflies make a multi-generational journey of over 3,000 miles, from Canada to central Mexico. No single butterfly completes the round trip. It takes several generations. Wildebeest in Africa migrate in massive herds of over 1 million animals, traveling in a giant loop to follow the rains. Their movement shapes the entire ecosystem of the Serengeti. Humpback whales travel up to 16,000 miles annually, moving from feeding grounds in polar waters to breeding grounds in the tropics. These aren't just commutes, they're epics. And somehow, year after year, these species know where to go. How climate change is disrupting migration. But there's a problem: the planet is changing, and fast. Migration is finely tuned to environmental cues. Birds depart when the days grow shorter. Fish spawn when the water hits the right temperature. Flowers bloom when pollinators arrive. But now, those cues are out of sync. Climate change is shifting the timing of seasons, warming oceans, melting ice, and altering habitats. Birds are arriving earlier, but the insects they feed on haven't hatched yet. Coral reefs that guide sea turtle navigation are bleaching and dying. Deforestation and urban sprawl are breaking up ancient migration corridors. Some species are adapting, but others can't keep up. Their internal GPS leads them to the right place, but at the wrong time. And that misalignment can be fatal. Why migration matters, for all of us. Migration isn't just about animals. It's about ecosystems, and us. Migratory species pollinate crops, control pests, fertilize soil, and provide food for other animals. They're essential players in global biodiversity. When they move, they carry nutrients across ecosystems. When they vanish, those ecosystems begin to break down. Humans have also followed animal migrations for thousands of years, for hunting, agriculture, and even spiritual meaning. Final thoughts. Animal migration is one of the greatest natural spectacles on Earth, and one of its most fragile. It speaks to deep instincts, the pull of survival, the trust in patterns, the ancient maps etched in DNA. Migration is not just a journey from A to B, it's a biological story of timing, risk, resilience, and return. In a world growing increasingly fragmented, the idea that creatures can still follow invisible trails across oceans and continents is both humbling and miraculous. But it's also a warning. If we disrupt these patterns too far, they may not return. And with them, we lose not just animals, but the delicate balance of the ecosystems we all depend on. The more we understand about why animals migrate, the more we realize how interwoven we are with their journeys, and how vital it is to keep those paths open. If this exploration sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves wildlife. What's your favorite migratory animal? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what amazes you most. Until next time, keep wondering. Because the more we understand nature, the more we understand ourselves.